Welcome to another episode of the NCBeerBuzz. We're back at Carolina Brewing Company. Now remember, they're the 5th oldest brewery in North Carolina and the first one in the Triangle. 26 years of craft beer. And now they have a new owner. How you doing, Jason?
Good.
Cheers.
Good to see you, Dave.
Good to see you. So, why pick Carolina Brewing Company?
Yeah, so a little bit about my background. I spent 25 years in the pharma business around here and wanted to have a second career and was very interested in breweries. Took about a year and a half looking around.
Okay.
And this was one of the first breweries that I've come across where I came in and got 2 flights, 8 beers, and it was 100% hit rate.
As in you loved every one of them.
Loved every one of them, yeah. Even if I didn't love that particular style of a couple of them
Sure.
the best, they all were good beers, and I could tell that.
Well, you've got all these, 26 years, it's a lot of history and
Yeah.
a legacy that you're coming into. And they've established themselves, and now you're going to
Yeah.
come in and kind of let's boost them up a bit.
I hope so.
Okay.
I mean, the one thing that's definitely not going to change, Dave, and I want your viewers to hear this,
Right.
is the beer. The production folks are all staying on. The beer is staying exactly the same. The only thing you'll see there in terms of a change is probably an extension of maybe product lines. Maybe a little bit more of an IPA focus, maybe more of a hazy IPA focus,
Sure.
and get some of those different flavor profiles in there. But yeah, the beer is going to stay, the ones we're brewing now are going to stay exactly the same.
That's,
Yeah, yeah.
He could have come in and said, you know what? Yeah, we'll use it until 22. Then new name, new beer, and everything.
That's right. Let's change every beer. It's all awful.
It's gone.
That's why I bought it.
Just get myself in the door. Then we kill it.
Exactly. Yeah. But so we are going to change some things as
Okay.
we go along.
Sure.
The beer and the beer quality will not change, but things aesthetically might change.
Okay.
The lion logo. We all love the lion over 26 years. It's
Sure.
changed once over
Right.
those 26 years, a minor iteration. But we're gonna modernize the logo a little bit. Probably
Okay.
bring it into the future.
Right.
Make it something that people are gonna think, wow, that's something cool. I might want to buy a shirt that's got that on it. Who knows?
Sure.
I definitely want to try their beers. The logo's going to change. We're going to make some changes here in the tap room, make kind of an outdoor beer garden experience,
Okay.
LED lights overhead, those types of things. We're going to switch to cans.
Yes.
This is where you were going, yeah. We are going to switch from bottles to cans. And
Okay.
look, I love bottles. I always have. But the market has changed. There are many reasons to go to cans, not the least of which is it keeps your beer fresher longer, and everybody loves fresh beer.
Well, and you can also stack a lot more cans than you can bottles.
Weight, breakage, I mean, you know all the arguments for cans. And so we might be late to the party, but we're gonna join the can party.
The party's still going.
Yeah, it is.
With craft beer, there's so many breweries. They're all coming on. They're all learning about cans. So there's no deadline for that.
Yeah, agree. So that's probably going to be one of the big changes that people see. You know, logo change, new can art, new packaging. So we're pretty excited about that. We'll probably be looking for another tap room location as well.
That's exciting.
It is, yeah. We got to think about markets there. Does it
Sure.
end up being another kind of tap room somewhere a distance from here in the Triangle area?
Right.
Or do we try and approach a new market and try and open up something there?
Sure. I mean, for the longest time, you had Carolina Brewing was kind of this strip in the
Yeah.
state. So
Yeah.
now there's the possibility of kind of expanding it once you've established more of a core inside the Triangle.
Yeah, and I think once we've updated things and we feel comfortable that it's a logo and packaging design that's going to be attractive to everybody, not just consumers, but potentially other distributors, we'll probably start putting feelers out to talk to distributors as well about that across the state.
Oh, awesome.
One of the things I loved about Carolina Brewing when I bought this company is Carolina doesn't necessarily mean North Carolina. It means North Carolina or South Carolina.
That is right. It's just called the Carolinas. So that's good.
right. So you may see us trying to do some things to expand there too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Now, do you have you homebrewed that maybe?
Yeah, that's a very good question. That did spark my early interest in brewery acquisitions.
Okay.
Did some home brewing. can drop name brands, but Newcastle Brown was always one of my favorite
Sure.
beers.
Well, you have to start somewhere. My very first beer was a Blue Moon. It was a Blue Moon clone.
Yeah.
So you gotta get in it, learn how to do it, and then grow from there.
So I did a few Newcastle clones, classic story. All my buddies raved about it.
Okay.
I don't know if that was just because they were trying to appease me or
Get more beer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's beer. It's fine. We'll drink it. But yeah, that really kind of sparked my interest in brewing.
Okay.
And haven't done a whole lot of brewing, but the science background of pharmaceuticals and kind of the science that goes into brewing, a nice pairing there.
Sure. Yeah, I was wondering, because coming from the pharma industry, they're like, well, how do you get into beer? So there had to have been something in there that drove you.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the science of it, but to be honest with you, I was more of a sales and marketing guy for all those years. And so that's actually a nice segue to where I think I can kind of add to this. Now, my home brewing experience coming to Carolina Brewing Company is not going to help them brew better beer. We're already there with the beer quality.
Sure.
But my sales and marketing experience might bring something to bear here.
Yeah, a different take, like you said, with the new logo, and then try a different perspective actually.
Sure.
Then that could drive more of the beer outside, not only bigger in North Carolina but also South Carolina.
Yes, we hope so.
It's such a core beer for the state.
Yeah.
That you just get that little extra nudge if you say that it will be fine because these are solid.
Yeah.
And this is the Pilsner.
Yeah, it just came out with it today. Pace yourself Pilsner.
I like that one.
Which is kind of funny because it's an ABV that you wouldn't really have to pace yourself with. But regardless.
What ABV is this one? 4.5?
7.
Okay, so it's sessionable.
Low.
That's
low
right,
for
that's good.
today's standards,
Oh,
right?
yeah, that's right. When everyone's trying to go for the bigger 12 and 13%.
Exactly.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Awesome. I don't know if it's congratulations. It's more respect because
Thank you.
you're taking over such a landmark and for a brewery in North Carolina.
You know what, and that's not lost on me. The heritage of this brewery is something that, in addition to the good quality of the beer, drew me to this acquisition. But I don't take it lightly that I'm kind of taking the reins of an institution here in the Triangle and somewhat in North Carolina.
Sure.
And so I'll do my best to service that legacy well.
I don't doubt that at all.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
So be sure to look for Carolina Brewing Company at your stores with new marketing. And also, when you get a chance, come down to Holly Springs and check out the brewery.
Please do.
That's right. This is Dave with the NC Beer Guys telling you to drink local and keep your beer dollars in North Carolina. Cheers.
Cheers.